emphasizes on philosophy as method, and that's about it. And I think that you can generalize this appeal for the method to that this thirst for abstraction, development of abstract tools for thinking or techniques of thought, of systematic thinking, is part of essentially Carnap's project to re-understand philosophy as method with capital M that allows any sort of other form of thinking to take off the ground its ambitions. So this is actually really interesting that this also comes back to some of the stuff that I've been talking about. That, for example, some of this stuff we read about, I don't know, the philosophical. I mean, there are so, of course, I mean, this is absolutely. I'm not going to recommend this, but majority of this is stuff about highly abstract and mathematical notions, category theory, topos theory, new logics and stuff, are always going to be at the level of metaphor unless one is a practitioner of such fields. But nevertheless, even at that level, we are capable of abstracting, I mean, going toward a deeper form of abstraction with regard to the concept we have already been using as philosophers. And that sort of honing out, fleshing out our methodological tools, I would say that by any means is a worthy project in itself. Is a worthy project in itself. And the same thing can be said, in fact, much more so with the whole Vienna Circle. I mean, the way that they changed the method of thinking, that is a worthy project in itself. That is an emancipatory project. People, you see, this is why Neurath was always considered to be the naive one, as Maria was saying. Because Neurath is not really a philosopher, he's a dialectical historical materialist. And they are not really interested in the nitty-gritty of engineering the methods of thinking or thinking about the techniques of thinking, right? Precisely because for them, all sorts of such techniques have their genealogy in social fabric. That is already a kneecap move that disables you from developing better tools. That comes back to this whole idea of this, communization theory, no Marxist, no left people have, that, that this source of abstractions are always doomed to have their roots in the social dynamics, social fabric, socioeconomic fabric. And by virtue of that, reports about their success or their potencies should always be taken with a grain of salt. I think that is actually a naive position, I would say.